up, my Otter Gang friends? How we going? How we doing? We out here early for Dave Digital because he says to start early. Oh, let me turn on this stupid light. How we doing, guys? ETH short, where are we going? Everybody's like, oh, Matic. Well, oh, Matic's only pumped 4.5%, right? Compared to ETH, which is at 7. But I just entered a Matic long. I've been scalping this up and down like a degen. I hope you're all doing well. This has been a parabolic pump. Wow. You know, since the 12th, I believe. We started around the 12th. And, yeah, it hasn't let up. I did have some levels. They've been blown right through. But I want to shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang, Dave Digital, Crypto Polo, Jake, UMX No White, out here, not revenge trading, right? Not revenge trading. Securing the bags because the Otters, we're going to outer space. Here, and we're FOMO, you must not, the dips, you must buy. But we'll see how it's going. Let's get into the charts because Bitcoin is a portal to whatever this is. I thought that was a cool picture. So let's look at this right now. I mean, like, if there was a parabola, whatever you want to call that, you know those horrible things you had to do in school. Whee! I mean, in Canada, we call this a ski jump. But right now, I mean, we've come up to this level of resistance, right? This key level of resistance. If we zoom out on the daily, we can see that in this old trend right here, bingo bango, that we have come up to the value area high of the previous. And it's just looking nasty, isn't it? It's looking nasty. Now, what are we expecting, right? Because we're in a bear market, right? Wild, man. That's wild. With a bit of leverage, you'd be laughing, paying yourself, right? That's your yearly trade. I know people out there like Crypto Face and stuff. They've made like 200K and stuff on this trade, like just wild. And they've caught it early, right? So how can we catch the next move early? And what is my thoughts? Because I go onto YouTube and I looked at cryptocurrencies or any of that stuff, and it's all bull run. Here we go, blah blah blah, right? Because obviously this trend line's been broken, right? And there's some other trend lines that have been broken. But it's like, well, where are we going, right? Because, like, for me, I believe there's more downside. I'm not in this, the bull runs on category, right? I'm on this, well, we have this key level of resistance. This is my chart that I've had going ever since August. This is where I came up with this 15.4 bottom that we did eventually hit, right? We have a couple of trend lines here. And for me right now, this key trend line coming off the top here is what I'm looking at for resistance. Now, is it going to hold? I'm not 100%, but I believe so. Because if we look at other charts, if we go into the S&P 500, right, we're at 4K right now. And what are we doing? We're in a beautiful, beautiful sideways action. That looks a bit like a trend line, doesn't it? Right? If I go over here and I go over here, it doesn't look like we've broken out of this trend, right? It looks like we're coming up and touching it, right? The Dixie obviously has been flying downwards, right? Flying downwards. So with the S&P, I believe this can come down. I'm sorry if I'm lagging. I got my wife outside with the modem in her hand, pointing north. Hopefully we get a better signal here. She's holding the internet, and she's pointing north. So hopefully we'll be all right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. She's out there. She's on the top balcony. She's reaching as high as she can. You know, we're not very tall, but we're trying our best here. You know, pulling the fib, right? Pulling the fib. Oh, pollo. Yeah. We all love chicken, no? All right. So let's look at the Dixie. Hey, Amy, do the crane pose with the internet modem. Supposedly go to yoga, but you guys keep your minds to yourself. Okay. We're going to go to Dixie now. Oh my God. Anyways, wow. Dixie's down. Yep, you're moving the aerial for the TV just to get the sports. Yeah, that's exactly right, Nick. That's exactly right. And wow, we've dropped, right, majorly here on the Dixie. Oh, this is a volatility. Sorry. Did I get rid of my Dixie? Have you ever not been able to find your Dixie? Well, we have on this channel. So here. Oh man. Dixie down. Just a bit, eh? Just a bit. Is this a level of resistance? I don't think so. We'll see. But right now, we're down everywhere around. What trade setups am I looking at, right? For me, I'm looking at Matic for a long, right? I'm currently in a long on Matic. I haven't checked it in a bit, but we'll see. I expect a bounce. We got the VWAP here holding us up. Hopefully we don't go too far, right? Also, Bitcoin, I don't see us going to TWSS. That's what... oh, my God. Dave Digital out here with the banter. Love it. He should be called Crypto Banter. But he's out here making the best memes. Oh, this looks like an inverse head and shoulders, doesn't it? I just saw it be dangerous. Oh, no. So what are my targets? Because obviously, like, that's what we want to know. And, like, my gut tells me this runs over come next week because of where the S&P is and that trend line. Like, it's going to need some power to continue upwards. Now, I know Bitcoin has broken away from the S&P recently, but I don't see... the money flow on the daily and Matic looks to me like we're getting across into the green. Matic, daily, money flow. Definitely crossing over, right? There's definitely room on this peak here, right? I always go to Ethereum to compare, right? If I go to Ethereum and we look at... so we've come up here, but the VWAP's curving up as well, right? And we haven't peaked here either. But also, this wave here is actually lower than the one on Matic. So I think Matic C, it has more room to move, right? On Bitcoin, if we look over here, it seems to be peaked, right? And when I go out of this market cipher, and this 21.5 was a target for me because obviously, look, there's and it comes in, and it dictates how we're gonna move. And Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with. So for me, this means that we're moving downwards. So be prepared for the Wu-Tang Clan pattern. Also, be prepared that this is a parabola and it has probably peaked. Because if we look to the left and we zoom out, always look to the left, right? Always have these key levels, right? So if we look to the left, we can see, even if I pull volume from here all the way over, that we came up and touched this 21.5. You see this last spike of volume right here, right? There's not much holding us up. So if we cannot hold here and punch through again, then we're likely coming down, right? That's saying that we're probably at the end of the run, but there's a lot of people saying bull run, getting this clickbait stuff out to you guys and confusing you and therefore causing more FOMO, which is never good, right? Which is never good. So the way I would be trading this is how I'm trading it myself, is that I will go into short resistances. So if I get down to the nitty gritty here, you know, we are in an uptrend. So I'm looking for these lower levels here. I'm looking for exhaustion. I'm looking for quick sweeps down. I'm looking to get into longs here. So if I get into a long here, right, which I am, and I have a tight stop loss under here, right, this can ride up, well, as we can see, up 30%, right? But I'm getting in these trades constantly, right? Trying to short these wicks up because we always get the wicks up. for me, what I do is that I'll set my trade up here, right? I'll set my trade and I'll wait and I'll wait and I'll wait. And then you'll see the push. And then when the push comes, it'll drop back down to get everybody to FOMO in. Then it'll push again. So there's always like 2 or 3 of those where it'll push up, it'll come down, it'll push up, it'll come down, and then it'll do this in. Bango, bango, and then boom, I got a nice short trade. And I've been posting them in the Discord, constantly showing you guys my quick scalps, and that's how I get in. Because you got to be patient, right? You can't FOMO in down here because you'll get wicked out, right? And by doing that, I've been able to extract some nice profits because I wasn't able to get into a juicy long trade from the bottom. So I've been scalping this up and down as we go up, right? That's how I've been trading this. I'm currently in a long from down here. And then Matic as well, I'm currently in a long from down here, right? With a tight stop loss. And that's how I've been trading it, right? And I've been able to extract quite a bit of profit throughout the charts doing that. Now, I want to go over some alts because we got a 20% pump on Solana. Solana as well has been ripping, but I don't think it's hit this key level of resistance yet, which is at 27,160. So I'm looking for a Solana short as well, right? 25,930, somewhere around here. So somewhere near this area, I'm looking to short the beep out of this, right? This is one thing that's on my radar. I don't know about you guys, but Solana to me is dead in the water, but we'll see how it goes. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, you gotta hold it higher. You gotta hold the crane higher. Wow, Solana. It's just flying, right? Obviously, it's flying. We had the beautiful, easy double bottom here flying up, right? But to me, this could be a beautiful short. So keep your eyes out for this coin, right? If I pull a fibs from up top here, let's see where it goes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So we also have a golden pocket around 27.25, right? So why not look for that? Keep an eye out. Just giving you guys ideas here, right? This was one of my ideas. Also, XRP seems to have been ripping as well. I don't see us getting up to these previous. So if I pull a volume, I've looked at XRP a bit here. If I pull a volume, we're currently out of this volume cluster down below, right? But if I look here, we can see that there's volume here. So I would put a mark out here, right? And I'd look for a wick up because we know how John Wicky XRP is. So if we look here, we got this beautiful wick right here, this beautiful wick right here. So if you're trading XRP, I'd be looking for it to continue upwards, but also know that we are at a key level of resistance as well, right? So a lot of these coins look very similar, but they're all at different levels of resistance. Same with Litecoin. I've had Litecoin drawn out and I missed this trade, but it seems to have more movement. It's on the same sort of U-shaped pattern as everything else, where it's come down, obviously the big drop, right? The big drop, and then it's consolidated and then came back up, right? Wu-Tang Clan. So I'm watching this as well. These were a couple of the trades that I was looking at here, but obviously we've come up to the bottom of this key level of resistance here. So if we do not get any more pumps, I will look for another failure pattern to come up on Litecoin and for us to obviously trade that, because this has been quite a nice move if we were waiting for it, you know, so be prepared for that as well. Now, ADA has been moving like it's grooving. Charles Hoskins been given the good old Hoskin sauce, Hoskin water, I don't know, but it's been quite interesting to watch the ADA pump. It's been flying, but look where we're at. We pulled the fibs. It's hitting it right on the friggin' button. So what are we going to do here? Well, I would short this as well, right? Now with the shorts, remember, like I said, right? If we're going to short, we got to be toy, right? We got to be toy, take profits early and pay ourselves, right? If we are shorting into a trend, which we probably will be, we're going to need tight stop losses because we never know. We never know. There's high risk, high reward in these situations, right? High risk, high reward. I know you otters out there, you like those trades. You like to get in, get out, take your profits and pay yourselves and then let it run, right? That's how we like to do it. So shout out to you guys. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. And all you guys who are constantly giving support, I really appreciate you. You know who you are. You're in here all the time, full of banter, holding the modem higher. Is there anything else you would like me to look at? Because I'm here. We can just sit here and look at the charts together. I think there's a guy here, but I'd like to say, this guy here, he really needs to calm down a bit because that vein right here, it's kind of like if I looked at this, it kind of looks like the parabola that Bitcoin's in right now. He was calling the price down at 15.4 right around here, and currently right now it's around 21.5 and it's wicked down to 20k, right? So we got to be careful here. We can't be just staring at the charts, right? Because we'll go nuts. But I just wanted to say shout out to you guys. You guys are my otter half, and I really appreciate you. Nothing like a good old otter meme to get us feeling better about ourselves, even if we haven't secured the bags. Remember that, before crypto, remember the good old days before crypto, that when we used to sleep like babies, right? And the missus used to cuddle us, and now we're turning over and we're in that long trade that we know we probably shouldn't be in, right? And we should just mark it out and take our $10 loss or whatever it is. And yet we believe if we go to sleep, maybe it'll go up. We're just hopium for this. But we gotta have good discipline and good awareness to see when we're wrong, admit when we're wrong, get out of the trade. That's why there's a wrecked wall in the Discord. At my Discord, there's a wrecked wall because guess what? Trading, we're not going to win every single trade, but if we practice good risk management and we have a plan that's profitable and we implement that plan over and over again, eventually we will be making way more than we will be losing, right? So this is the thoughts. These are how we're taking action here. Right now I'm in a long here. We're going to the moon because if Ethereum's getting a 10% pump, I want a 10% pump at a Matic, right? Ethereum got this giant wick up and then came down here. If we look over to the left of Ethereum, what do we got here? Let's look. So key level of resistance that we came up and hit, obviously, right? I remember back in the day when we were trading down here. Look, I got TA down here. I'm going to delete all this stuff because you know what? It's all pretty much useless, right? So from there, we can see that we came up and hit this. I'd look at this support as well, right? But with Matic and Ethereum, they pretty much trade similarly. So I expect Matic to follow in East footsteps, right? Let's see, just for giggles, let's pull one from here to here. Oh lordy, there it is. Okay, so right now with Ethereum, we've come back down into this zone that we were previously trading in way back. Wow, that was all the way back in November, October, November area. We're bringing it back, guys. We're bringing it back, right? Let's pull a volume profile. Let's see where our key levels are. Wow. See, if we had pulled that way back when, we would have seen exactly where we would have gotten stopped, right? Yes, we punched a little bit higher, right? We all like to punch a little bit higher than our weight class. That's how we roll in the Otter Gang. But you can see swift move up, right? Now, this makes me curious about Matic and where the zone is for them, right? You can see that we haven't had any red dot forming on the 2-day. If we go to the daily, nothing here. 18 looks like, I don't know, bad acne in high school. Kind of all over the place with the bumps here. But we do have, obviously, divergences everywhere because of this pump is just a divergence in itself, right? But nothing confirmed here. No blood diamonds, no nothing on these higher time frames, right? So let's go over to Matic because that's the one we're focused on. Automatic Matic. So we'll go over the 2-day. We'll pull the volume, and we don't have as much data. However, how do you guys say it? Is it data or is it data? And don't say daddy. It's not daddy. It's data or data. Okay? So we're literally right at the peak of this. Wow. So if I look over here, this cluster before we dropped it like it's hot, we have something over here, a little bit over here. We have a high as well here. We have a couple wicks up top here as well, and a bottom down over here. So that could be a target as well. The volume isn't giving me much. So let's go to the fibs. Let's pull fibs from top to bottom here. I can't see anything with all these lines. Sorry, charts aren't clean right now. We're not trading down here, Alex O Crypto. We're currently in a different range. Okay, so like why can't we work our way up to the 0.5, or even if I pull it from down here? Yeah, this looks better. Let's go to the 8 hour. What time is it for you guys there? It's early here. It's early in Australia. I'm in the future, by the way. It's only 3:15 here. It's only 3:15 in Toronto, where I'm from. It's 11:15. You guys staying up late. I appreciate you. Shout out to all you guys staying up late for Alex O Crypto in the house, joining me. I appreciate you all. We're looking for Matic to come up. This would be a good target. This is where I'm going to target my long. Can we get above it? Let's see what's happening over here. Uh-oh. That doesn't look too good. I might get stopped out. Bouncing off the VWAP here. This could be a good entry. This is where I'm entered, right? This could be a good entry. Let's zoom in. Let's go degen, 3 minutes. Okay, we got a lower low, higher high. We got a little bit of a divergence, right? We're bouncing off the VWAP. My stop loss is actually right here. I'm going to get stopped out probably. That's okay if we do. We'll see. So how are you guys all doing? Have you guys made some good trades? Are you in any trades currently? Did you get into a long? Are you holding a long? How are we doing out there, guys? Bounce off VWAP. Coffee. See, I'm drinking coffee because it's not 11 at night. 11 in a row, 20-ish profit. Look at you guys killing it. Long Matic at 91.50. Ooh wee. Look at you. 91.50. Legend, man. Legend. Holy smokes. That's amazing. Crypto pollo. Pollo. Come on. It's the Spanish chicken. That's amazing. I love it. That's a nice long there, pollo. 614. Nick, I'm always curious to where you're from, man. There you go. 6. Are you in the UK or are you east of the UK? I was in the UK. East of the UK, Mrs. Otter. Yeah, what is that? Why are you laughing at that? Eastern UK. Well, you're a Westerner, aren't you? West Mid. Mrs. Otter's from the West Midlands. Look at that. Bouncing off the VWAP. This is good. BTC just hanging sideways, flagging. Flagging and lagging. We're still out there doing the crane pose. Hopefully the internet's okay. No promises. Let's look at Chile's South Africa. Beautiful. That's amazing. Mrs. Otter, are we going to go to South Africa? Sure. We'll come visit you, Nick. If I had a map, I'd draw it for you. So I met the Mrs. Otter. I met her in Canada. And then me and the missus, we bags packed and got our otter flippers and we went for quite a swim. No, we flew over to the UK. I got my visa. I'm a carpenter by trade. And we went over there and lived and worked through COVID. And then after living there for a couple of years, you know, deprived of sunshine and not wanting to snow, our other option was to do Australia. So at the end, let's check out Down Under. And that's where we ended up. That's how we ended up here, right? So we've been in Australia since August, I believe, something like that. And I mean, it's been tough with this 25-degree weather. Like, really weird. The kids are out of school. It's the summer holidays right now. The kids are out of school here because we're obviously in the southern hemisphere, and it's opposite to what I'm accustomed to in the northern hemisphere. The kids are off school. There's back to school shopping going on at the malls. People are taking 3 weeks holiday. It's backwards. It's completely backwards. But me and Mrs. Otter, we love to travel and we love to. Yeah, so that's kind of how we ended up in Australia. Thanks for asking, Pollo. Maddox's going to go off. Look at this. I need to blow my nose. 1 sec. Keep holding it. Sorry about that. All right, look, bounce off the VWAP. Jonathan Schaefer, what's up? Check the Discord. Okay, I'll fire up the Discord just for you. What's up? Are we gonna sing Pump It music for the Matic? Yeah? Welp, he says, we are well above the 200 SMA on the daily and touching the 200 EMA. I think if we can hold above the 200, 19.5, that the bull run is back on, confirmed, and that I just called the bottom with that Dixie call. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. You guys are killing it, man. Look at this. You guys are just. So we're looking for that crop. I don't know about this. See, for me, there's a lot going on here. You have had so many good calls, and shout out to you with the cross and all that with the Dixie. I saw the Frankie candle. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. I saw the beautiful, beautiful video on, because obviously you're a legend and you're out here with the Dixie call and the death cross, right? You definitely were on point with that. Now, for me to believe that the bull market is back on, there's going to have to be a lot in. See, we stopped beatboxing. Now we're dropping back down. Yeah. I closed it. Mrs. Otter's out there with the modem, holding it up, doing the crane pose, pointing north. Fixes it. Oh, man. You know what? I think it's because Australia is so far away from everything that the internet's so poor here. But let's put on EMA. Let's look. Triple EMA. Is this the one? This is not the one I want. Daily. This is the one I want. Look at this. I can clap. Nick says, I can clap my hands and slap my legs to sound like a horse running. What do you guys got me doing here? Alex O beatbox. Stay for the charts, stay for the beatbox. With this, I have, so the bottom is in, yeah. Especially if we can hold the 200. Okay, so for me, the bottom, I called the bottom at 15.4. Go on the Candle Mafia and you search for Alex O Crypto 15.4. I call it. So, and that was back in August. So that's kind of like one of my proud moments. And I keep rubbing it in David's face. But right now we see that all these lower ones, especially the 50 and the 100 is starting to curl up, right? So now that we're underneath, Maddox just got some volume. Woo, woo, wee. So, oh, you guys got Pollo. You got me running all over the place. Okay, we're moving up. Just do it. I will keep rubbing it in. I will rub it in until you let. My mind went to some. Keep it PG, even though this is for adults and this is not financial advice, but this is for entertainment purpose. Look at this. Is this pushing us down? In my opinion, this is pushing us down, right? It's like, nah, bro. Now we do have a little bit of curvature here on the 100. We're not rubbing one off. We're rubbing it in. And we're looking at the charts here. Oh. I'm going to put on the otter hat. Always got the otter hat. I've shown you guys the otter hat, right? It's got the juicy water on it too. And I'll be the first to admit that they did not work. I should have been looking at the top of here, but how are you since the 12th? What's this? The 9th. We should have just said, go long, right? Crypto Pollo says, Jonathan Schaefer, when you called that death cross, I got 20 call options on Mara at 5 that expire in 2025. Holy smokes. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. Excuse me. All right. So we're currently in this trade right now, hoping it will go higher. Oof. Look at that. We're getting some pumpage, man. We're getting some pumpage. It's going to keep going, right? Zero fees. Zero fees. We all love zero fees, especially like me, because I'm scalping everything. Look, the beatbox is working. We're moving up. We're in profits. We're in profits. We're going. We didn't get knocked out. We're above the VWAP. We're getting above the EMAs, right? Good sign. We got movement. How about ETH? ETH is just I think ETH is a bit grumpy. Like ETH has just been like, I'll pump, then I'll go flat. Then I'll pump, then I'll go flat. Like if we zoom out on ETH, right, we can, he just pumps and goes flat, like over and over again. Very, very hard to trade something like this, guys. I stay away from stuff like this. When things go too flat, you can't really get a good enough entry to where you can feel comfortable letting it ride out, right? Like if I'm getting in at these lower, lower areas, like there's only a difference of $10, $10, $15 on these trades, right? So what? You're going to take profits early and then let it ride, and then it's going to come and knock you out, right? So it's hard to trade these completely sideways coins, right? Now, Matic is about to crush shorts because we're going to $1. We're going to $1 with Matic. I got a little scalp on there. Should be all right. Should be all right. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate you all. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you. I know you guys are making the bags out here with your death cross longs. I think I saw Jonathan Schaefer with some 1,000 percenters in the other Discord, in Frankie's Discord. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer. Just cleaning house here. Wow. That's amazing, man. So proud of you guys. I love seeing you guys winning. It's amazing. Changing lives here. Crypto Pollo up 65%. Dude, that's awesome, man. You guys are legends. You guys are legends. It's up 1,800. Holy Macintosh. Jonathan Schaefer in the house setting records, man. That's amazing. Congratulations, bro. That's so cool. I'm curious to when you took profits, though. That's what I'm curious about, is how much you got running in that trade. Because I know some people, even I noticed if I'm on Bybit, I can do like a dollar trade at 125x or whatever, 120x. And then just let it ride, right? Or I can get in at no leverage and add the leverage on after, and it'll make the trade look bigger. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome, man. Took profit at 995. Let the rest ride and see what you get for the percentages, man. That's great, bro. I appreciate your honesty. That's what it's all about. It's cool to have trades where you pay yourself, right? along the way properly, right? But Crypto Pollo would laminate that gain. Yeah, man. That sounds like an ass tattoo to me. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's legendary. Now, do we have any more movers? Now, I don't know if you guys know about this site, but it's called cryptoalerts.ai /index. I use this for a lot of my scalping. I typically go over to here, take this down. I put it in my resources. I typically go to RSI overbought, and then it shoots out a bunch of coin. As I said, I'm looking for that soul trade, right? Matic currently in, BTC, Matic, APT. So let's go to APT, right? APT. Oh, I have APT down here. See? There we are. Overbought. So yeah, I'll typically use that website. Jeez, everything just looks ridiculous right now. This doesn't look like... Oh, look, we're peeking out. Okay. Let's go on the daily. We got to go on the daily just to get some information here. Bybit hasn't been trading this very long, has it? Okay. Jonathan Schaefer posting screenshots of current ROI in the Discord now just so you can take a look later. Okay, bud. That's legendary. I will have a look later. You're a legend in my mind. No matter what the profits are, your return on investment, you're out here giving amazing insight to these markets. You're calling things. You know, that's what it's about, man. It's all about community. It's all about friendships. It's all about helping each other. That's why I started this channel, is because Frank inspired me, you know, the Otter Gang, all the fellows out there. You know, we're all just like trying our best to learn how to do TA, extract profits from the charts. And it's all about community, man. Like, I mean, what do we have besides community, right? And if I can help anybody a little bit to practice some good revenge trade, you know, then I've done something, you know what I mean? I've helped someone, right? It's all about helping, right? And as we get better, we'll extract more profits, and then we'll be able to help more people. That's what it's all about here. No, congrats, bro. That's friggin' amazing. I'm proud of you. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Now pump. Is there anything else you guys want me to look at? We can look at DOT. Let's see DOT. On the DOT. Am I seeing things? See, the VWAP's great, though. If you know how to use VWAP, I mean, every single time, especially we get a pump. So have you ever noticed that when the VWAP, if you look at this, right, you know how it snaps? For me, it snaps at 10:30, right? Every day it snaps at 10:30. So find out what time it snaps for you, right? You can see when it snaps, right? And typically when it snaps, it gives you an idea for 10:30 is about to hit, right? We get this giant move before, right? So we're trading sideways. You can see right here, we're trading sideways, sideways, sideways. We get the move up, right? We cross over the VWAP. We get the move up, right? Then it snaps. Does that make sense? Sideways, 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 sideways. Then we get the move up. Then it holds us here. That's typically what I'm looking for when I'm looking at the VWAP, right? Wait for the VWAP retest and open a trend, and sometimes the whales will flop into the VWAP, so be careful, but typically a good spot to M-turn. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just a great extra confluence, right, to what you're already looking at, right? And it's so simple, right? It's just that weighted average price, right? And it's just for the day. So like you can get the weekly one. I think Jason Casper has the weekly one as well. But It's a simple tool that has significant results if you know how to use it in confluence with other things, right? It's simple but awesome. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a downwards action here. Nothing too significant. The volume has clearly decreased. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the volume. Let's zoom out. I do believe that we've been trending down with the volume. Yeah. Wow. Let's go to the 4 hour. One hour. Can we say we've peaked? The VWAP retests every day and allows new trades to be opened, allows the markets to switch, and gives bears a chance over the bulls and vice versa. Absolutely. It's well respected, right? It's well respected. It's typically something. It's almost like a point of control. I find if you know how to use a point of control in your volume profiles, it typically price will come back to constantly, right? Even if we zoom in here, you can see it's coming back to it as we speak, right? Bing, bing. We'll see, right? But it has. I find it's very useful in more sideways. Not with these giant pumps. Obviously, it's just flying, right? But in sideways consolidation areas, it helps with entries and exits all the way through, right? ETH looks like that dragon off of Mulan right now, you know? It's got the little head. Need a bit of fire. I'm good to go. Shout out to you guys. Let's take a final look at BTC, wrap this up, get out of here, get back to the charts, and hopefully extract some more profits. I want to say thank you for all of you guys joining me, supporting the channel, subscribing and liking and all that stuff. It helped me help you guys. I appreciate you all. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you all. The Loch Ness pattern is very rare. At this key level of resistance, will we continue? Well, obviously, we're in a huge, huge uptrend. Have they come up and grabbed liquidity? Absolutely. They've come up and they've wrecked so many shorts, right? If we look at our next level, right, we can mark out some horizontals on our way up. I suggest you do this for yourself just so you have some more ideas of where price can go. But right now, we have no clue where this will end. But we are in a bear market. There is inflation. This is a relief rally until we believe otherwise, right? Until we get above the EMA, the 200 on the 2-day, you know, we break these trend lines that we've had drawn for a while, right? There's no reason why to think we're not. Recession is real, right? So be careful out there. Practice good risk management and always pay yourself early, right? Pay yourself early, because if you're not paying yourself, doesn't matter how much profits you make, you got to pay yourself along the way. So don't forget that I appreciate you. Much love to all of you guys. Thanks for joining me. Good luck with all your trading. You guys take care. Peace out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Gang, gang.